Come hither, maiden. Lord Nude awaits you.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, reviewing Young, Famous, and African Season 3, Episodes 7 and 8. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. I feel like the season went by so fast. I was kind of intrigued. The storylines that I don't care about and I will never care about: Fantana and Diamond, and Kaye and Naked. But everybody else, I was in. I liked the Zari, the little husband, and what's the storyline that I really liked? Any story with fertility and stuff. It was a hard thing to talk about, but I liked. Yeah, it was good. Anyways, let's get into the episode. So we pick up where we left off. Annie and Nadia are clearly having a heated back and forth. So Annie decides to leave. And after the fact, Naked decided to apologize because he realized he mishandled the situation.
I did her wrong. I don't even think she might accept my apology.
Now that I released my stress and my pain, I feel so much better.
Look, it's a little bit of a I'm sorry gift and housewarming. You know, I've also lost like a very close person to me. I didn't realize how much you went through alone.
If I'm clearly showing you that there's something that's bothering me and then you dismiss it, that is kind of messed up. You know what I mean? It's the first time I've gone through a loss like this in my whole life. I don't want to hold on to animosity. I know the people I'm going to cut out of my life, but you'll never be one of those people.
I'm glad that Naked took ownership of his part to play in why that event did not go well. Like, it's never good to feel ambushed. I don't know why you didn't think that, but all right. Okay. So Nadia says that being dismissed by people she never would have thought would dismiss her in that way was really hurtful, on top of everyone just absolving Annie of any responsibility because of what she could be going through. And I still agree. I know some of you guys in the comments don't agree. That's totally fine. For me, with Nadia, is she going through a lot? Yeah. And was she projecting? Probably. But her sentiments still ring true. Annie is not the only person who was going through stuff, and she won't even talk about it either. So it's hard to know, like, okay, well, where is all of this coming from? But regardless of what you're going through, that doesn't mean you get a pass to now be disrespectful, to be rude, to hurt people, to like, no, sorry. And people just keep staying quiet about it, or it'll be people like Zari who'll be yelling at her, but it's not even for holding Annie accountable. It's just to go back and forth with whatever new argument they're having. Annie stays talking out the side of her mouth and then acting confused when people have a problem with her. I'm sorry. I would get to a point where I actually would need to call you out about that. That's ridiculous. So I'm glad that Nadia did it. Now, Nadia is obviously operating from a place of pain. And this is why I think it was the video before, or maybe 2 videos ago, I said it is important for her to release whatever pent up emotions she's having, because once you explode, you don't know how it's going to come out. And it looks like she exploded. She had just had enough. And I get it. Does it give her a pass to react in that way? No. But number one, everybody be yelling at everybody. But also number 2, Annie deserved to have somebody actually call her out on her behavior. Annie invites some people over, and this whole storyline between Naked and I'm so tired.
Why is everyone saying you are moving out?
I don't speak to other people. I might have mentioned it in passing, but I haven't spoken to anyone about our relationship. But babe, I've been speaking to you about finding another place, and you just ignore me.
Who said I don't want to marry you?
Well, you fucking wasting my time. It's been clear, like...
You never said to me you moving out. No,
right?
Also, like, how do you...
Well,
I don't know where that's coming from.
Oh, wow.
Respectfully, Kaye, your words don't mean anything at this point. She says she's unhappy, but she sticks around. And then when she says she is happy, she's constantly complaining. She threatens that she's going to leave the relationship time and time again, but oh, you're back. Like, you don't stand on business, girl. So nobody takes your word as bond, because you don't even take your word as bond. If you really wanted to leave this man, you would simply leave that man. It wouldn't be a conversation. It wouldn't be, because you've had conversations. He knows where you stand. He said he has given this relationship all he's got, and he's now considering if he needs to be the one to leave. That's insane. Not him flipping the script like, I've done all that I can, and maybe this is not good for me. Hey, madness. At this point, even if Naked does propose, it's kind of giving shut up ring. I don't know about you. I would not be happy with a shut up ring. I want a ring where it's like, I'm genuinely convicted by our relationship and I want this. Not, I'm tired of you badgering my ear off. I'm tired of people asking me the same question. So here, damn, shut up. Oof, God forbid. Louie finally has dropped the surrogacy conversation, which he really hasn't dropped it, but he's just going to say he has dropped it for now. And he decides that looking for a partner is the best way to go about things right now. So he said he has 6 women or something like that in his DMs offering to be his baby mama. And with the way some of you guys in the comment, I'm sorry, I have to say something. With the way some of you guys in the comments were like, not too much on Louie. Okay, you just don't understand him. I said, oh, are y'all the ones in the DMs? Are y'all the ones trying to be his baby mama? Listen, I don't hate the man. I just think he's thirsty. I think he's thirsty, and I think sometimes he's unable to read a room. Like, come on. I think he has a good heart. I think he's genuine. I think what he's going through is very heartbreaking. He's still thirsty. Yeah. But anyways, he decides to bring 4 of the 6 women so he can vet them to see who would be the best fit as the mother of his kids. He also brings in Ini, which is the worst possible thing he could have done.
You could advise me if you want to.
Okay,
if you're comfortable
what are we
with this.
doing? Wait, first of all, sorry to cut you.
He wants you to choose how many, 1 or 2 from
Just
them.
one, just
one.
Is this really, are you guys playing with me? Really?
No, you
Not
can see
me.
there's a whole
Him.
place.
I do respect your concerns and your ambition and what you're trying to achieve. I have been in a situation where I have had to do this. Understand, it's a sensitive issue. Who a baby carrier, supposedly, what qualifies a woman to be a baby carrier. I don't feel like I have the right to say this woman is fit. I think that that's the highest level of degrading women.
Anyway, we are sorry.
I'm not sorry. She doesn't want to be here. She can leave.
I'm with Ini on this one. Like, what generation are we living in right now? He's essentially going through a catalog of mail order brides. Like, it's crazy. And I know these women are consenting, but again, like, what is the intentions behind this? Like, what? It's just so messy. It's so messy. And yes, for him, he's just vetting. He thinks it's just vetting. But for Ini, it's like, how can I look at a woman and determine whether or not she's fit for motherhood? Like, that's so demeaning. I agree. I think it is demeaning. So whether or not you decipher, okay, this person might be ready, this person might not be ready, this person fits, this person doesn't, down the line, fertility issues might be a thing. Like Ini has experienced. She has gone through 6 miscarriages. She's gone through IVF and ultimately decided to do surrogacy. You have no idea what could happen when it comes to a woman's biology. So just reducing them to, well, have my kid, sweetie, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. So I'm glad she voiced her opinion on that. We'll learn later on. Well, actually, that's really the main story. It still pains her. So they'll talk about it more later on. But yeah, she gets up, she leaves. She's like, I'm not standing for this. Even Shakib, he's not with it either. But he's still gonna stay. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad that he stayed because his commentary was killing me.
I'm here not because I'm supporting this. I'm here to show Louie that what he wants can't work.
Are you in a relationship?
Actually, yes.
And you came here to carry another man's baby.
No,
Do you love him?
I love him platonically.
But you guys fuck. You go to church.
I don't.
I try to go once in a month.
Do you read the Bible? This won't work out, I'm telling you.
Shakib looked like a disappointed father. He was not impressed by any of the connections. He was just like, he told one of the girls, go get a boyfriend and have a child of your own. I was like, what would you say? I mean, yes, but like, what? I died. I was thoroughly entertained by Shakib in this scene. The last woman who came out was a woman who Louie has had feelings for, and she has had feelings as well, but they've never actually crossed that line because neither of them actually expressed their feelings for each other. So instead of him treating her like a mail order bride, he decides that he actually wants to pursue a relationship with her, which is what he should have just been doing this whole time. Like, Louie, you want surrogacy and all that stuff, but you also want to be a playboy and not be serious about these girls. Like, maybe you would have been married with a kid by now if you just calmed down and took partnership seriously. If you took looking for a relationship seriously. Like, you can find your partner, and you might discover that that partner is enough to feel like family for you, because his whole thing is blood relation, blood relation. Having a real lifelong, like, committed, loyal partner, that could also give you that same kind of feeling. Of course, it'll never be the exact same, but I just think the way that he's gone about it, it's weird. It's weird. I will always believe that his rationale for doing the surrogacy is selfish. Nadia invited everyone but Annie to a like beach resort kind of situation, and it was supposed to be like an apology tour for her and for a few other people, and then it kind of went left.
I just felt like in that moment that this person should stand up for themselves and speak on their truth. I wanted to just apologize. Are we still good? Are we still good?
When you spoke up, I was like, okay, I genuinely feel bad, you know.
It's okay.
I want to apologize to Ini if we offended you.
Like, why did you have to disrespect?
If we offended you, I'm
Shakib, don't say that. We're not doing that.
I felt like as a woman with my journey, like, this is not right. I shouldn't be sitting here.
Is she done?
Wait.
Louie.
When she,
I don't know where the fuck you come from, but you cannot speak to me like that. Don't stop me.
Listen,
I'm
I'm also gonna stop you.
You can say whatever
No,
the fuck
fuck
you
you too.
Fuck you.
Am I the only one whose heart started racing when Swanky stood up? I've never seen Swanky as somebody to be intimidated by, but just seeing Swanky's size compared to Lewis, I was like, oh my gosh, I never realized how big this man is. So my heart was like, whoa, what's about to happen, guys? Let's be careful, okay? Yeah, I have two thoughts when it comes to this whole situation. From any side, I definitely can understand how irritating it is to constantly have to relive trauma. 6 miscarriages, however many trials of IVF, a failed marriage, and then ultimately having to go through surrogacy. That's not easy. And she said some of those kids that she was pregnant with, like she got quite far in the pregnancy. That's heartbreaking. So you're constantly bringing up this thing, trying to ask, and it's like, I don't want to talk about this, especially hearing the reasons behind why you want to do it. No. She said in a previous episode she would talk about it for the sake of education, but Lewis, in my opinion, was not approaching it to be educated. It was more like, I need validation. I need somebody who's also done it so I can say, see, it works. It's a great idea. I should just do it too. Now, on the other side, Louie did not know the trauma that Ini had. She refused to get into depth with it because it was traumatic, which is understandable. But because of that, he didn't know how deep the wound was for her. So for her to be like, why would you want to bring up these things that are painful for me? I don't think he understood how deep the pain really was. And for him too, he's also operating from a place of trauma. Like, he is currently in pain at this lack of familial ties. And so he wants to grasp at anything to find that connection again. And unfortunately, he has settled on surrogacy and she just fell in line with that. And so, yeah, he just couldn't see past himself and it just turned into a hot mess. So I definitely see both sides. Her reliving the trauma is not great. And he didn't know. He didn't know that it was that deep. So I understand both sides. Swanky did interject himself in the situation. However, I do think that at this point, Louie does need to drop the conversation. I think you just need to leave the whole surrogacy thing alone. Talk about it to one of your friends who maybe understands you more or maybe doesn't have the same pain when it comes to it with this group of people and just irritation of constantly hearing about it. But yeah, as far as this friend group is concerned, leave it alone. Kanye makes another appearance to serve as a mentor to Naked, who's trying to figure out where he should go with his relationship.
I haven't been okay, man. I need a time out. Now, I still want to hear, Wuti, what's going on? Remember you and I said no getting married till we know. Don't you think you're protecting yourself too much now?
I feel like I can never make her happy. And that's my biggest fear. I don't even think if we got married, she'd be happy. I'm afraid of failure.
The thing with marriage is if you don't have that conviction about your partner, you shouldn't do it. So I can't even fault Naked for being in the position that he's in. Like, if you are not ready, don't propose to somebody. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. But on the other hand, you knew you were hesitant to get married because of the history that you've gone through, you know, the divorce with the one person, the passing of the other person, and you just feeling like, I have made so many mistakes in the past, I don't want to continue that cycle. Totally understandable. But then find somebody who's okay with that kind of arrangement, who's okay with just common law, or do y'all do common law in South Africa? I don't even know. If you're okay with common law, if you're okay with long-term girlfriend, like, there are people out there who want that. Kaylee didn't want that, which is why for me, the bigger issue has always been Kaylee. In 5 years, the man has not given you what you wanted. You came into this relationship expecting marriage at some point, and year after year, it didn't come. So why are you still here? Why are you still here? Complaining about a man who's not showing you what? No, actually, no. The same thing that I said about Fantana, I have to say about Kaylee. We need to take more responsibility. If Fantana actually got pregnant by what's his name now, it is a conscious decision to be pregnant by that man. Pregnancy is not something that you fall into. To be in a 5-year relationship with somebody who is actively not giving you what you feel you deserve, what you feel like you need in your relationship, that's not just by chance. You are actively staying there. Unless you're under duress, and if you are, baby, tell the class. This is a choice. You're not stuck. You're choosing to stay here. If the man ain't giving you what you want, you leave. And if you don't want to leave, stop complaining. Swanky throws a fancy dress part. They look good. Well, everybody was Swanky. I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell that was. Everybody looked good. And maybe Diamond with the kilt. I wasn't feeling the kilt, but they look good. And we should stop calling them parties because they don't even party. They never party. I just want to see a party, not everyday Mortal Kombat.
Everybody been talking about my relationship with Fantana. Today, I'll teach them how to mind their own business.
I don't trust her. I'm sure even she doesn't trust him.
If you feel like you want to bring in advice, bring it to me. Don't go tell it to my girlfriend because to me, it feel like you want to destroy my relationship. Your words will end to her costume, but I talk to my girlfriend while we're all naked.
Actions speak louder than words, so.
They say 1 and 1 makes 2.
Fantana, this is your man? These are the words that get you going? Like this, he really does it for you, doesn't he? Crazy. It's funny because Diamond uses this whole like language barrier thing as an excuse a lot of the time. And someone on the show called, I think it was Swanky, he called it out. He was like, yeah, I know there's a language barrier, but come on, let's be for real. You can understand this man enough to know he's talking shit. There's nothing to misunderstand when it comes to game. The man plays games. The man is a performer, both in your relationship and in his career. Be so for real. But girl, if you like it, then fine. I love it. Whatever, child. Kefilwe has been trending online, and it has to do with her relationship being seen as a farce. People think that it either was the wedding or the lobola ceremony, that it was just for show. And one person who has already alluded to that was Zari. So for some reason, Kefilwe decided to take out all her frustration about trending online on Zari.
The fake marriage. I mean, Zari asked about it the other time.
Why are we bringing it up today? That was like weeks ago. It's nice to press people's buttons once in a while. How do you get divorced when it was a customary marriage? It means you were touched that day.
First person to bring it up.
You
Give
brought
me
the
a
whole
drink.
fake marriage thing again.
Are you fighting with me?
God.
I'll show you shit.
If it's not true, why are you tripping? Baby, that thing ended. Why did she bring it up today?
Things are going to go south. I wasn't expecting them to come from my wife.
So someone in the comments said, oh, wait till you get to the last episode. Your opinion of Kefilwe was going to change. It hasn't. It hasn't. I'm so sorry. Because the thing is, for her, I said she has aura. She has an energy. And I still believe that. Something about her just gives like almost regal, you know? When Kefilwe walks in a room, I'm just in awe. But anyways, like I said before, Zari looks for a reaction. And the worst thing Kefilwe could have done is give Zari a reaction. She won. At this point, she won. She got under your skin and you proved to her that you're bothered by her. That was your mistake, girl. I get it. You know, she's going through a tough time. Going through divorce is never easy. And people talking about you like they know you when they really don't. It's never easy. But to stoop down to Zari's level, she won. She won. She got you there, girl. What were they saying back for? Oh, Kefilwe tried to throw the drink. That's not a classy move, baby. I was like, is this Love and Hip Hop? What's going on? But yeah, she tried to throw the drink. Very unbecoming of her. But Zari also had her missteps as well. They both just handled this so poorly. They decided to leave. Even Shakib, he was like, I mean, I support my wife, but even my wife was saying things that I was thinking, I don't know about that. So yeah, there's definitely wrong done on both sides. Kefilwe lost her superpower. Her superpower was never reacting in the way that Zari wanted, and you gave her exactly what she wanted, girl. Poor choice. But anyways, once they leave, Kaylee and Naked leave as well. We'll talk about that later. People are able to just come to some kind of resolve in their relationships. Louie was able to apologize to Innie genuinely. He took full accountability. He didn't try to defend himself or anything. He just said, I was in the wrong. I did not understand what I was doing. I understand it now, and I am sorry. That is an apology. That is an apology. And in return, Innie even apologized. You see what happens when you just own up to your shit? When you own up, sometimes it allows the other person to own up to their stuff too, because they realize, okay, this person's not coming with a defensive energy, so I kind of have to meet them where they're at as well. It was a beautiful moment. I like that they were able to move past this. He's not going to talk about surrogacy again. Thank you very much. Swanky and Annie say that their relationship is on the mend. They hope that it does get better. They probably will have their tiffs here and there going forward. But as of right now, they're definitely in a way better place than they were at the beginning of the season. Speaking of being in a better place, Diamond and what's her name now? Fantana. They gonna try to make a baby. I have no words. Why? Anyways, Naked said that the whole fighting situation ruined his surprise. So when he takes, when he takes Kaylee home, he finally can present his surprise the proper way.
You know, I've just been reflecting on my life. I know that I've made you feel like maybe there's no future. If I ever made you feel like you were not being loved enough, I want to say that I'm sorry. How long have I been waiting? Or will you marry me? Are you sure?
From the sound of things, he didn't even have to propose. Did you hear the conversation they were having? He was like, I want to be able to spend the rest of my life with you. And she said, I can make that happen, before she even saw the ring. But thankfully, he brought out the shut up ring. It was a beautiful shut up ring. I'm not going to lie to you. He placed that shut up ring on her shut up finger, and they both shut up. At least I hope they will for the next season. Yeah, she finally got her wish. Now all that's left to see is how long they stay engaged. Because I feel like he could do another 5 years. I feel like this man would not mind being engaged for another 5 years. He just likes the comfortability that Kaylee brings. She seems like a woman who doesn't really challenge him much, and he's just able to take things easy. So, well, we'll see. Either way, wish them the best. I hope they do get married. I hope they get married. I was going to say next year, but I don't see that happening. We'll see. Anyways, that was season 3. I liked it. I'm not mad at it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts about the season down below. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.